Autistic Gamer 7 and welcome back to another Sims 4 Create a Sim video. This one is one of the Pokemon 2 Sim CAS series videos, and this one is for Giratina. I think I'm saying that right. Pretty sure. So this was one that originally, when I put it in like the lineup of people to vote for, and I put it partially because I did know that some people really liked this Pokemon, but also I thought that maybe there was something pretty interesting that I could do with it, but at the same time it was one of the ones I originally honestly wasn't as excited to possibly do if it got picked. And it did get picked, it got voted. I can't remember, it's been a while since I actually finished up all the voting for all of these as I'm making the voiceovers. So I can't remember how much it beat the other ones by, but it did win quite a bit, I think. So yeah, here we are, and I started making it, and I was like, originally, just overall the look of the Pokemon, I was sort of gonna lean more towards a guy, and I don't make guy sims too often, so I usually try to find excuses. But with the name that this Pokemon has, especially the ending half of it is like Tina is more of a feminine name. Again, I may not be saying this right, but Giratina is how I would say it. So I could be saying that wrong. This is one that I haven't got to hear how it's pronounced yet. Though I am in the generation, like watching the shows of the generations that this one can pop up in. I don't know if it's actually in the show. It may be one of the ones that only shows up in the movies, but they still usually mention them somewhat in one of the... Though I feel like it did pop up already, like as like an illusion that a Pokemon had created. Maybe it did. I don't know. I don't remember if they pronounced it though, or how it was pronounced. Anyway, so I decided to actually make a female, and I actually thought that would actually, like, just because the look and sort of, like, some of the typical things that people would look at and be like, oh, that's more of a guy or whatever, sort of fit this Pokemon, but I decided that I was like, you know what? Not only with the name, like, the way that, honestly, both the first half and the last half of the name would sound, in my opinion, but also the fact that everyone would maybe expect it. I was like, let me do a girl. And like, well, wouldn't expect it. So I decided to make a girl for this particular Pokemon, and I was sort of experimenting a lot with this one. This is one of the ones that I didn't go with a totally natural skin color. I do remember that. It took me a while to sort of think, though, exactly what skin color I wanted to go with. Now, this Pokemon is more of a darker looking type of Pokemon. I think it technically is dragon and ghost type. If I remember correctly. It does have two forms. I think one is origin form. I can't remember what they call the other one right off the top of my head. But one of them looks to have legs and wings, and the other one doesn't have any legs and is more like a snake-like body with these, like, wingy claw-looking like things. So there's two forms. I did sort of look at the one without the legs, which I think is the origin form. I'm trying to remember all this off the top of my head. And, I did go by that one a little bit more, because it has, like, this thing over the face, and I remembered that I had some CC with a thing that could go over the face that I've been wanting to use for a sim for a really long time. And considering there ended up being a black and gold version, the colors were black and gold, fit perfectly. So, I definitely was really happy with how this sim actually turns out. She does have a creepy effect to her. She's more dark and mysterious, and a little bit, technically most people probably see this sim walking down the street and probably not go and talk to her. But there's nothing wrong with that. I like that she's a little bit different, that she's a little strange, a little mysterious, a little dark. So, with this sim, this actually, like I was saying before, this particular Pokemon, I wasn't actually looking forward to do as much, because I didn't know exactly what I was gonna do. Like, this is a pretty grandiose sort of Pokemon, like, it has a lot going on to it, and I know quite a few people do like this Pokemon and things like that, and I'm not as familiar with it, and I was just, just something about it, I wasn't sure, like, if I was gonna be as excited to do it. And originally I was thinking, like, a male, and part of me was like, I don't have many options for my male Sims as I do like the female Sims, and I don't know if there's going to be anything to make it look as cool and interesting as I think this Pokemon needs to look. So, you know, there was a lot of things about it that I was just not as excited about doing. But in the end, this ended up being probably my second favorite Sim that occurred from this series, which really shocked me because, like I said, like going into it, I wasn't expecting it to be one of my favorites. I didn't know like what to do, if I was gonna have any options, but I'm super glad that I chose to do a female. I think I could have made a male that looked pretty cool for this particular Pokemon, but again, I think it's the whole aspect that I feel like most people would have assumed that I would have went male for this particular Pokemon, but I didn't. So I think that's part of the reason why it appeals to me, is that this scary, dark-looking Pokemon creature that, you know, has some sort of personalities and things like that, from what I know, that typically would be geared towards a male than a female. It is genderless. Again, like, the legendaries are all genderless. Like, they don't actually have a gender in, like, the Pokemon realm. But, you know, I just think that people would automatically sort of assume or guess male more than anything when looking at this Pokemon. Just, maybe that's just, you know, me. But, so I love how she turns out. I definitely hope you all like how she turned out as well. I'm super excited about her. She's probably one that will go into my main series. Again, like, when I talk about this, like, my main series, I don't know what age she'll pop up in my main series. That's something that you'll just sort of have to watch out for. If you watch the Eevee Forgotten Her Towny Life series, you just, you know, keep an eye out and see if you can recognize if she is in the world yet and what age she may be. She is one of the, also, before I forget, because I see it popping up on my screen as of right now, she's one of the ones that I did give, some tattoos. She's one of the last Sims that I sort of did, but I'm putting them in different order than versus how I did them. So, you may be seeing this towards the beginning, the middle, or the end, but some of the later Sims that I did add tattoos to it because I sort of thought that they fit having tattoos if they was, like, you know, a human. Plus, like, just because this is a dark, mysterious sort of Pokemon creature, it just screamed to me that this Pokemon should probably, if a human, would probably have tattoos. They would be mysterious, different, and, you know, a lot of people with tattoos are considered to be a little bit different. I personally love tattoos, and I don't use them on my Sims as much as I mean to. Sometimes I just forget about tattoos, and sometimes I don't. But I actually love tattoos. I don't have any tattoos myself, just because with my family it's like a big thing, but I do want to get some tattoos eventually. So that's something for the future, but I do like using the tattoos. And I definitely want to make sure that, because she does have so much clothing on, that it was at least on her arms, so I was like, I gotta have it on her arms so that you can see it. So I hope you really enjoyed the Sim. Like I said, this is probably like my second favorite Sim. I love how this Sim turned out, and I hope you really do too. If so, hit that lovely like button and subscribe to see future episodes if you're not already. Also, make sure you share the videos so that others may enjoy this Sim and this video as well. Definitely let me know down in the comments below how you think this Sim turned out, and is it one of your favorite Sims so far in this series, or what? Just please let me know down in the comments below. All of my Sims 4 playlists will be down in the description below, so you can go check out any of those if you're behind on something. Also, all of my social media will be down there as well, so definitely go follow me on those. Twitter and Discord are the two big ones, but anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!